2016 was a very, very odd year for Wreckless Nostalgia. I've known Dante for almost 10 years, and in that 10 years, it's been like a mixed match. Like, he's always been the one to beat the video games, and I was the one who put him in for 5 minutes and say it was the best thing I've ever played in my life. This year, however, is where this video comes in. For the past 12 months, I have compiled to beat 11 games, but out of those 11, I managed to throw one out as an honorable mention. I'm going to throw that up right now. Power Rangers Time Force on the Game Boy Advance. It was alright, but it wasn't as good to make this top 10 list. As you know, if you can read the thumbnail, and if you can see what I'm saying, this is Afromatt's top 10 games I beat in 2016. So, coming in at number 10 is Dragon Ball Z Boost Fury on the Game Boy Advance. Now, yes, I did play Legacy of Goku and Legacy of Goku 2 this year, but I did not get a chance to beat them. But something brought me to beat Boost Fury for some reason. It was very fun. It was just very fast-paced, and I loved it. I never see it on any Game Boy Advance lists or anything. It's just kind of it's getting obscure, and I don't know why. Dante loves Legacy of Goku 2. We both hate Legacy of Goku 1. I'm pretty sure we all do. But Boost Fury just had something about it that it caught my eye. And like the leveling system, you can level like up to 40 to 60 like that. See, I just leveled up 20 times. Fun game. Definitely need to pick. If you see it out in the wild, pick it up. Play it on an emulator. I don't care. You gotta play it.
In the great Saiyaman.
Number 9, Castle of Illusion, starring Mickey Mouse for the Sega Genesis. Now, Sega Genesis is probably... I love the Sega Genesis, trust me. I love it so much, and you'll see another Genesis game on here very soon. But Castle of Illusion was so weird. It was in a weird time in my life during the summer, and like, I was playing video games, but like I wasn't into them as much. And I played Castle of Illusion, and it was so... I love the art style. I love the controls. The graphics were just top-notch. It was a great game. Definitely a hidden gem. Definitely not mentioned enough, and it was very fun to play. Great gameplay all around, and it was a really good game. Number 8 is Star Fox 64 3D. 3D. Star Fox 64 3D. Now, I've beaten Star Fox 64 before, but I was on the N64. So when Dean from Back to the Game Room, he showed me Star Fox 64 3D. I already knew it, but I never played it. Like, I never played through it. I literally beat it in under an hour. I played it, and I got addicted, and I could not stop. It was so fun. It was just everything from Star Fox 64 just remastered. It's so beautiful. If you play Star Fox 64, you have to play the 3D one. That's the definitive one you need to play. Star Fox 64 is, by God, one of the best games on... It's just one of the best games on a Nintendo console ever. It's amazing. It's so simple, but yet it's so well done. Number 7 is kind of a mixed bag, you can say. It's Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, I've seen so much negative reception on Call of Duty Ghosts. I'd say it's because of the multiplayer, but a lot of people don't like the campaign. And that's where my favorite part of the game came from, was the campaign. Because coming off of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 with me and Dante, we played that game constantly. And we didn't even have headsets back then on the PS3. We just, like, there were headsets, but like, we didn't have ours personally. So we just call each other on our house phones, just be like, hey man, it was so fun, so ghetto, but so fun. And then Call of Duty Ghosts came around and everyone didn't like it. It was so criticized, but the campaign was just amazing. It was one of the best, it was the best Call of Duty game campaign that I've ever played. It was just, I cannot describe to you, like, how into I was with the game. I beat it in... It took me a few times, but I beat it, and it was just amazing. Number 6 is Starhawk for the PS3. This, by God, is the definition of a hidden gem. Now, I picked Starhawk up, probably about a year ago, and I didn't give it a chance up until, I think, the summer of this year. I didn't play it, I didn't know what it was, I didn't look up anything, besides it was rated like best multiplayer or something at E3 or something. But I never really gave it a shot until I played it, and it's a short game. It's only about 5.5 hours, but those 5.5 hours, you will be on your toes all the time. It's not difficult, but it presents a challenge that you see yourself getting into, and it's a terrific game. Great single player. The campaign's amazing. The weapons are awesome. The game is just perfect. It's amazing. Number 5 is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. This is my all-time favorite Tony Hawk Pro Skater game, and I have had this game for about almost 10 years now. And it's very weird saying that because I've never completed every single mission, but I've played the game so much that you'd think I would. Just beating it this year felt like taking like something off my shoulders. Like I needed to beat this game, and I did. Dante's favorite Tony Hawk Pro Skater is Pro Skater 2. Which I don't blame him. It's a terrific game, probably the best out of the Pro Skaters, and my personal favorite is 4. Love the characters, love the graphics. I personally play the GameCube one over the PS2 or PlayStation 1, or is there one on the Xbox? There was one on the Xbox apparently. Never seen it, but it's my favorite Tony Hawk game of all time, and I beat it, and it was so fun. All the characters in there are awesome. I like the missions in there. The maps are awesome. Great game. No, that's what I'm saying. No. It's not.
They talk about Pro Skater 2 on the Xbox.
No, not 2X. I'm talking about 4. No. Okay, it's not. It's not on the Xbox. Number 4 is a game this is a game that wouldn't have been on this list if I made this game about 3 or 4 days ago. That is AVGN Adventures on the Nintendo 3DS. Yes, I said that. AVGN Adventures on the Nintendo 3DS. This, for you guys who don't know, AVGN is Angry Video Game Nerd James Rolfe. I've been wanting to play this game ever since I saw that episode where I first saw AVGN Adventures. I got this game, I would say, I'd say on Friday or Saturday, and I beat it that night. It took me 2.5 hours. It was hard as hell. I'm not gonna lie, probably one of the most difficult games I've played in a while. But I never thought like, oh, this game sucks, it's their fault. No, it was always my fault when I died, because I knew what I messed up on, and I knew I could refix it. And that's what drove me to play it so much. It feels like it should be on the 3DS. It's so great. It's definitely pick up, and it's on sale right now on the eShop till January 5th. $4.99. Pick it up. You have to play it. Number 3, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Sega Genesis. Sonic 2 is by far my favorite Sonic game ever. You're gonna see a list this year. I'm not even gonna give it away. I already gave it away. Sonic 2 is my favorite Sonic game. It's my favorite Genesis game of all time. I've had my Genesis since I was about 12, and I'm now 18, so I beat Sonic 1 the first day I got my Genesis. The night I got my Genesis, I beat Sonic 1. I got Sonic 2 a little while after, but I never beat it. I barely played it. And so this year, me and Dante kind of just sat down and we played through Sonic 2. I played through Sonic 2. He watched because he was kind of cheering me on. But I beat it, and it was a great moment in my gaming life because I got the Genesis during a hard time in my life, and that gave me motivation to start playing video games again. It got me back into retro games, which I thought I'd never go back to. But the Genesis and Sonic 2 really got me back in there. When I beat Sonic 2, I felt like I accomplished something very, very well. I thought I accomplished something that I never thought I would. Number 2, Pokemon Sun for the 3DS. Now, it doesn't matter what anyone says, this is my opinion. Pokemon Sun is one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time. I've been evaluating this since I got the game, probably a week or 2 ago. It only took me about 4 or 5 days to beat it, honestly. I put over 60 hours into the game already, so... But leading up to this, I just recently got back into Pokemon. I watched the X and Y series, I adored it, I loved it. Pokemon Sun just took all the expectations I thought and it just shot up sky high. This was amazing. The Pokemon were amazing, the story was amazing, the gameplay was amazing, everything was just perfect from start to end. It's one of my personal favorite Pokemon games of all time. It's up there with like the originals and then Pokemon Coliseum. I love those games, but I love every Pokemon game. They always add something new, but Pokemon Sun just felt like it felt really special to me that I just had to do it. I had to beat it in like that short amount of time. I want to do a playthrough on it, and I might, but if I don't, I will eventually. But it was worth everything. I love that game. I put so much time into it. I'm still gonna put a lot of time into it. The trading's fun. Everything, the online system's fun. Everything is fun about that game. Number one is actually 3 games. It's a trilogy of games on the PlayStation 3. That's Uncharted. Now, Uncharted is very weird. Not the game, but how I beat them. I first got Uncharted about 2 years ago, Uncharted 3. I never even heard of Uncharted until it was my 8th grade year. I just graduated 8th grade, and me and Dante, we were sitting in the living room, and he's like, dude, let's play Uncharted. I was like, Uncharted? I was like, what the hell is Uncharted? He's like, you never heard of Uncharted? And we played the multiplayer, and by God, I was hooked on right away. I got Uncharted probably that same day, or a few days after that. And I played it, and I got a little bit, almost halfway through. And then I realized, oh, this says 3, so there must be 2 other ones that came out. So that's where this year came in. Around September of this year, something just came into my head, like, I should play these games, because I really got interested in them. So the way I beat the Uncharted games, I beat number 2, which is... Uncharted 2 is probably one of my most favorite games of all time. It's a long shot saying it, but it's the perfect game. It's my number 1 PS3 game of all time. It's amazing. And then I beat the 3rd one, and then I beat the 1st one. So with all that going in, Uncharted was just the perfect series to play. It was amazing. Everything about it, just leading up to me playing it. You know, it's a very long journey, and it was just... It's just weird looking back on it now, because I was actually going to play through the 3rd one without actually... Like, the way I beat it was hard. It was weird at first, but then... Actually, I went back through it in around October or last month, and I beat 1, 2, then 3. Then I saw the story of everything and how it unfolded. Have not played 4 yet. I'm very looking forward to that once I get my PlayStation 4. But Uncharted is a game I'm going to be very personally connected with for a long time. Sully... Goddamn, that old man brings so much life to me. That man is literally my favorite video game character I've ever seen in my life. He brings so much life into me. He's amazing. I love Uncharted. Uncharted is an amazing game, perfect trilogy. It's 10 out of 10, almost all of them. I have a little bit of iffies, but other than that, it's amazing. So that was it. I don't know if I'm going to beat another game. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just update this later. I don't know. I can do what I want. This is my channel. You can't tell me what to do. Screw you. If I do beat another game, then that'll just be another one on the list. But 2016 brought a lot for me in video games, and I hope it's the same with 2017. Video games are very close to my life, and I love them. They bring me out of the real life and bring me into this reality that I never really thought was possible. But yeah. With that being said, that was my top 10 games I beat in 2016. Afromatt is just here to tell you, feel nostalgia, the Wreckless Nostalgia. Always feel it. If you don't feel it, get into the feeling. Feeling of the seasons, just feel it. Fuck it. I don't care. Bye.